Hi guys, Zach here with Catoctin CrossFit. I'm going to take you through a shoulder warm-up today. We're going to start with some body weight work, and then we will move to a prop. We need either a light kettlebell or dumbbell will work. To start, use a PVC, a dowel, any broomstick will work for some pass-throughs. We want to set the hands wide and just take the bar front to back of the body, trying to keep the elbows locked. You can explore some side-to-side movement with it as well, or a figure 8 type pattern. If you don't have a dowel rod, simply doing some shoulder circles will work as well, forward to back, and just airing them out, working on any snap, crackle, pop, just to get a little blood in there. Our next drill, we're going to take this right down to the floor to a prone position for a few movements. So get comfortable. Carpet or rug is great for this. We're going to start with some YTW work. For our Y, we're going to reach the arms out long as we can. We'll move them into a Y pattern with the thumbs up. Pinkies are at the floor. Eyes are going to remain at the mat or the floor as I lift up and tap the pinkies. And we'll go through about 10 repetitions here. Just starting to heat up the upper back, the back of your shoulders. Continue to lift, keeping the elbows locked. 2 and 1. We're going to let the arms come straight out to the side this time, to a T. And same pattern, thumbs are up, pinkies are down, and we lift for 10. Elbows as straight as we can. Think about length between the fingertips. Getting your body as long as you can, fingertip to fingertip. 3 and 2, 1. And we'll bring the hands in to 90 degrees, or make a W shape. Thumbs are going to be up again, pinkies at the ground. And this time we're going to try and lift the forearm and hands off the ground. Squeeze on the up, control the down. Shoulder blades are pulling back and down as well. This is a great prep drill before you do any back rack loaded squatting or lunging to help turn on your traps and get your yoke or your base ready to support some weight. We'll work 10 here. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to start with some prone swimmers is next. So the hands will return straight. We're going to flip the palms up facing the sky, and keeping that palm position as long as we can, we'll lift off the ground, swim out to the sides. Right when I'm out the side of the body, I'll start to rotate the hand down and around, swim over the lower back, shrug the hands up, elbows can drop down to stretch, and then return out, rotating the palms at the middle, back to where we started. You can make your palm rotation unique to whatever you feel is best or adequate to your flexibility. 4 or 5 here. And then we'll move this into our archer swim. Let those shoulders rest on the ground for a second. We'll simulate that W position we went through earlier, except we're going to rotate the arms behind us. So keeping the eyes at the floor again, and my arms stretched long. Reach up, row or pull the elbows back to 90 degrees. If I can, I'll keep the fingertips out as I rotate them towards the floor, back and around, and reverse the motion. Okay, if you need a little bit more room, feel free to bend the fingers in or make a fist. Do the best you can, but think about the elbows driving up towards the sky, towards that rotation or during that rotation. And those are tough. Take a rest, shake the shoulders out. We're going to take this into some toe taps. So explore push-up to begin. We're going to press ourselves up to a plank position on the ball of the foot. I'm going to push hips back and up as I find downward facing dog. And I'm going to detach right hand as I reach back towards the left toe. Shift into a single arm plank if I can. Alternate hands. If you need assistance through the plank, then after the tap, set the hand, reset your plank. If not, continue to alternate on the 3 points of contact best you can. And one more tap each side just to start to warm it up. And we'll explore some push-ups. Find your plank position again. This time we're going to go into a push-up T. So as I lower down to the push-up, I'll press out, Stack the feet and open a side plank. Reset the plank, push up again, open a T. You could of course modify the push up, knees to plank and then side. And as you get more comfortable with the drill, you can press into the side plank. Press up and out into the side plank. One more each side. And we're going to take this into some push-up plus work. Shift back to a plank and hold. Fingers are still forward. Elbows are going to corkscrew back towards the toes. And I just want you to keep a straight arm as you pinch your shoulder blades back and press out. And start to build some awareness inside of the range of the shoulders. How much pinch back, how much push out to a rounded upper back can you get? To build on the coordination with this, we'll go through a 4 count or a 4 movement block, with 1 being where we are now. We're going to go forward to the toes, sink the shoulder blades, roll back to the ball of the foot, press out of the shoulder blades. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a rest. Knees work as well for this movement if you need to modify that position. We're going to take that into a series with our weighted object. I'm going to do both arms with you guys so you can follow along at home. I'm going to use a dumbbell for everything. If you have a kettlebell, I prefer that. Lightweight is in your favor for this. And we're going to start with some standing high pulls. Bell's going to be in front of my body, and I'm just going to get a strict pull straight up, mimicking a zipping of a jacket or a coat. Play with where the elbow finishes. It could be lower. If we're more flexible and comfortable, we can come higher. But focus on the wrist, staying on top of the knuckles throughout. 10 reps on this arm, 2 and 1, and we'll take this into a kneeling press. Right arm has the bell, my right knee is going to take the floor as I find my rack position and start to press. Don't look, don't touch the bell, and push. If you want to challenge the balance, stability of the shoulder a little bit more, this is where we can hold the bottom of the bell, or a kettlebell. I can go into a bottoms up press, which I'll show you on the other arm. But be cautious with it. It's not a strength exercise. We're just trying to start to heat up the stability inside of the shoulder. 2 and 1 and down. We're going to hold this kneeling position and go into a kneeling rear delt fly. You can use your bent or supporting leg for some leverage. Hinging over the weight, I'm going to fly the bell out to the side of my body and back in. Let the elbow be relaxed or slightly bent throughout. A subtle pause if your weight allows at the opening is great. Just focus on the back of your shoulder, your traps, your upper back doing the work. Lighter weight is better for this exercise. 2 and 1. Take a rest on that arm. I'm going to switch to a kettlebell and we'll go through the whole circuit again, starting back with our high pull. And same concept, follow the zipping of a coat motion. Elbow leads as high as we can get, keeping the wrist on top of the knuckles. These are great drills to do before we go into barbell pulling, cleaning, snatching, and or any type of overhead pressing. 2 and 1, and then I'll kneel, left knee down to support. And again, your options on holding the bell, you guys can hold the handles through the press. This works. If you want to challenge it one step up, I would hold the bottom of the kettlebell. A little bit of a pause at the top is great. Keep your ribs down and your abs packed in throughout. No excessive lean back. Or feel free to hold the handle of the bell into the full bottoms up kettlebell press. I've done more than 10. We'll count that as the last one. Hinge over for our rear delt fly. And the kettlebell moves the same way as the dumbbell. If you can let the head or the weight of the bell pivot for the movement, be a little bit more challenging. If you don't have as light of a weight, you can hold on to it and let it come straight out to the side like so. And about 10 reps each arm. If you guys have time and space to do 2 sets, even 3, get after it. Thanks guys, take a rest.